So good afternoon. So please confirm me that whether my voice is audible or not. I think only one participant has come. Akash, please confirm me that whether my voice is audible to you or not. Okay, thank you. Okay, what about the others? We have to wait, huh? They will be coming. Okay, so I think only 3 people have arrived as of now. So good afternoon, everyone. Okay, myself, my name is Gunashekar. I'm going to handle your Excel class. Okay, so before we start Excel, Microsoft Excel, let's have an introduction about what is Microsoft. Okay, my actually why MS Office has been introduced. What is the purpose of releasing that software? Who is the owner of that? And what is the requirement to install MS Office? Where we can get that MS Office? Okay, and how to install? What are the requirements like RAMs? How much GB hard disk and all should be there? This is everything we will see once again. Okay, before miss introduction, as an introduction, we will see all these things in our first session. So just let me have a confirmation that whether everyone are having a laptop on your with you. Everyone are having laptops with you. Why? Because if you work simultaneously with me, it will be better.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start. So let me write the notes on that Word software. Okay, whatever notes I'm making on this Word software, even I will paste that notes on our chat box also. Not a problem. Okay. Now, first we are going to see MS Office, right? So we everyone know what is that MS stands for, right? So MS is nothing but stands for Microsoft, and Office is nothing but where we use this Microsoft Office software mostly for office purpose, small industry, big industries, MNC companies, schools, educations, etc. Many places, right? So that MS is nothing but stands for Microsoft. On Office, where we use mostly the software. And what is this thing but called? What is this Microsoft? What is this Microsoft? Anybody have any idea? What is this Microsoft? You can raise your answers always in the chat box. I'll be there here to help you. Any doubts, anything related to the subject, you can ask. So Microsoft is nothing but called a software company, right? Who is the owner of software company? This Microsoft company. Please raise who are attending the class. I want everyone to raise their answers on the chat box. Okay, be active in the chat box. So anybody have any idea who is the owner of Microsoft company? If you don't know, means you can say don't know. Not a problem. Good. So Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates is the owner of Microsoft company. And Microsoft is nothing but it's a software company, right? Yeah. So we everyone know that not only software, even they manufacture like mobile phones, TVs, keyboards, mouse, laptops, everything. Okay. So and we are all familiar about who is Bill Gates, I think. Right? Okay. So now let me tell you a story why MS Office has been introduced. Why MS Office has been introduced. First thing, before MS Office introduced, before MS Word introduced, we used to use WordPad and Notepad. WordPad and Notepad. So you know this WordPad and Notepad. So let me show that. See. So presence, hold on the start button. See, I'm showing the keyboard for you. Here, this will be the start button. Press and hold on the start button and plus R key. So run command box will appear like this. Here you can type Notepad. Notepad will appear. This is nothing but Notepad. And there only you type as WordPad. WordPad will appear. Okay. Before MS Office introduced, we were using this WordPad and Notepad as a text editor software. Before it introduced, we were using this WordPad and Notepad as a text editor software. See, for example, I am writing a letter or resume using WordPad. Okay, so top I given this much alignment, left this much, right this much, bottom this much, like giving like 2 centimeter like that, all four sides margins, uh, spaces between one line to another line, seeing alignments, font style, everything. I'm writing a resume. Okay, after writing a resume, next I'm going to take it for print right. But what happens once if I take print? I'm seeing this like this, everything left arm and top, margins, everything. I'm seeing line by line, inch by inch. I'm creating a letter or resume. Then finally I'm going to take a printout of it. While taking printout, after taking the printout, if I compare the printout, the hard copy, and whatever I done in my laptop, the soft copy, both are not same. Both are different. So most of the people raised a complaint against a Microsoft or a feedback saying that, gee, whatever I'm seeing on my screen, I'm not getting on my printout. Whatever I'm seeing on my screen, I'm not getting on my printout. Most of the people's complaint was same. Mostly, not everyone's, mostly. So whatever I'm seeing on my screen, I'm not getting on my printout. Okay, whatever done is different, my printout is different. Alignments, small changes, etc. So finally, Microsoft have decided to start a project and to solve that particular problem. Okay, so and they have started a project. The project title is nothing but what you see is what you get. They were called as what? What you see is what you get. This is their project title. Whatever you see on the screen, the same thing you will be getting on your printout also. That is what the project work. And then after starting the project, they work for time sometimes. Then 1st of August 1988 in Comdex. What is this Comdex means? It is one of a computer show. Comdex is what? So one of a computer show. So many shows will happen, right? In buildings or party halls and all. Like that, it's a one of a show, computer show, all type of computers, older, newer computers, everything will be kept there. Okay, which is located at Las Vegas. Comdex at Las Vegas in 1988, 1st of August. Officially, Bill Gates. Officially, Bill Gates and Paul Allen. They are the persons who have invented MS Office. We know Bill Gates, but we don't know other person name. But both of them are inventor of Microsoft Office. Clear? So on 1st of August in 1988 at in the place of Comdex, which is located at Las Vegas. Okay, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, both of them have introduced Microsoft officially. So is that clear for everyone until here? Please respond in the chat box. Around 8 people are there. I want another all 8 people to respond. Okay, until here, this is nothing but history of MS Office. Why MS Office introduced? So is it clear until here for everyone? Respond it. Akash, Dikshita, Manish, Pooja. Okay. So please be active in the chat box. Okay. If you have any doubt, you ask. I'll tell and I'll clear everything. So I want everyone to answer once the concept is finished. If you're not understanding, if you have any doubts, just you can raise in our chat box. And 8 messages, 8 people are there. I want everyone to respond. Okay. So This is nothing but history of MS Office, why and when MS Office was introduced, and by whom it was introduced. So then, let's see MS Office products. So we everyone know MS Office. So before seeing MS Office, let's see what is MS Office. What is MS Office? It is a package software. MS Office is something but called as a package software. Okay, so package software comes under where? Under application software. So let tell me what is application software. Whatever the softwares which are installed after an operating system installed. So we have a laptop. Once Windows operating system has been installed. Once Windows operating system has been installed, after that, whatever software you are installing, everything are belongs to application software. Clear? In that there are something different. Okay, like utilities, languages, packages, etc. But here, MS Office is a application software under a package. So what is package software means? To complete a task, set of softwares are given in one installation. To complete a task, set of softwares are given in one installation. So what is the task? So for example, take when I go for shoppings and all, okay, they'll be given grab one required items and all together they'll be given. If I purchase a Maggi packet, so inside Maggi is that powders, everything they're giving together, right? It's a package to cook some Maggi. So same like thing, to complete a task, there is a task. Book is my task. I want to create a book. To create a book, I'm going to write some text. Say MS Word is required. Some tables means Excel is required. Some images means PowerPoint are required. So like that, right? So to complete that book, if I have a software called as MS Office, it is enough. So book is nothing but called as task, and MS Office nothing but a software, a package software where I can complete this book, this task having this MS Office software. So that is nothing but called as package software. To complete your task, set of softwares are given in one installation. Okay, so then what are the requirements of MS Office if I want to install MS Office? Requirements of MS Office. First, if basically let me take our newer versions. Like if I want to install MS Office, 2013, 2016 and 2019. Okay, so what will be the requirements to install this particular three versions? As of we are having many versions like 2007, 2010 and older versions of MS Office also. Let's today we are using like 13, 16, 19. Okay, let's see what is the requirements to install this MS Office versions. Hardware requirements. Okay, so now we require Windows 7 for 2013 and 2016. Windows 7 or 8 or 8.1, and Windows 10 will support even 13, 16, and here in Windows 2007, MS Office 2019 will not be supported. So Windows 7, 8, 8.1 and 10. Will support 2013, 2016 and 2019 is only for Windows 10. Clear? So 7, 8, 8.1 will support MS Office 2013 and MS Office 2016 also. But 2019 will be supported only by Windows 10. So let me make it like this. Instead of that, let me make it like this. Windows 10 will be supported with everything, but Windows 10 will support 2019. MS Office 2019 only supports only for 2000 Windows 10. It cannot be installed on Windows 7 operating systems. So to install MS Office, any of these of three versions, what is the Windows requirement? Means operating system requirements. Operating system should be this much. And then how much RAM you should have? So RAM should have 4 GB or 8 GB RAM. And the hard disk, you should have free space 250 GB or around 500 GB. And processors, you should have like any Intel or AMD, anything. Intel or AMD. Any processor. Okay, like i3, i5, i7, i9, anything of fine. Even you can install a Windows dual core also. Miss Intel dual core also. Not a problem. So is that clear until here? So what you should have requirements. See, let me show what is my requirements I'm having in my laptop. So let me minimize, open my computer, right click on this PC, go for properties, which shows we are having Windows 10 and I'm having installed RAM is 4 GB and processor is Intel Core i3. Windows 10, Intel Core i3 and 4 GB RAM, and I have enough space. I have free space around 61 GB free space. So totally I have around 500 GB hard disk. This both. So it's enough to install MS Office software 13 or 16 or 19. Okay, so please come to chat box, respond me that whether everyone are clear until here. Is there any doubts? What is any requirements like how much RAM you have, which version will support, or anything else? Please respond. I'll be waiting on the line. I want everyone to respond. Is there any doubts? Means you can tell. If you don't have any doubts or everything are clear, so just raise any questions or answers, anything in the chat box. Don't be idle. Clear. Thank God. At least one people are responding. Thank you, ma'am. What about others? You're there, everyone? Okay. So now these are the requirements of MS Office. To install MS Office, these are the requirements. So then finally we come to subject. Here we are going to, I'm going to show you what are the products of MS Office are there. Product of MS Office. Then see here, when MS Office was released, actually they were having around 24 products. So where they give an announcement like, okay, if you have MS Office, where you can run an MNC company also. So basic requirements of everything are there in MS Office like that. At that time, there were 24 products. But later onwards, what happened? It got reduced one by one, due to there are less number of users in some particular or selected products. Okay, so here let me tell you like what are the products of MS Office are there. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, OneNote, Outlook, Publisher, Skype, Visio Link Project OneDrive. So now around 12 products are there. These are called as Microsoft products, which are there now, including Team and remaining and are like online, cloud based. So these are all where we can install Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Outlook, OneNote, Publisher, Skype, Visio, Link, Project, and OneDrive. These are the products of MS Office. Don't think whenever I have any type of MS Office, I will be getting all this. There are different MS Office versions like Microsoft Office, Professional, Home Student, okay, Education, like this. Many things are there. When I click on the file, I click on account. Okay, so you'll be getting these details here. I will show you when you open Excel also. So let's see, professional plus 2016 is the right like that. So we have different professional plus home basic, okay, home student premium like that. One package will be having one set of softwares. So these are the products of MS Office. And then we are going to see versions of MS Office. What are the versions of MS Office are there? First, we have something called as network-based office. We have something called as what? Network-based office. What is that network-based office? Network server or network-based office. So first, MS Office, Office 2.0, Office 3.0, Office 4.0, Office 5.0. All these are called as network-based office. All these are called as server or network based office. What is this network or server based means? These MS Office versions can be only installed on the server. Can be only installed on the server. It cannot be installed on a individual client operating systems. For example, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. There are some example operating systems. It cannot be installed on that particular operating systems. It can be only installed on servers like Windows Server 2000, 2012, 2016 like that. And through the network means every systems will be connected to the network. For example, what is a network? Assume that we are all connected through to a Wi-Fi, or else I have turned on hotspot and we are all connected. You are all connected to that hotspot. Then we are all together called as one network. Like that. So how you will be connected to my mobile and you will be using internet like that. So there will be a system called as server in the company. Okay, so the MS Office will be installed only on the server, and you will be sitting on a client operating system. You have to connect to the server from the client, and you have to work on the MS Office. Without that, you can't work. That is nothing but called as server or network based MS Office. After that, they have released MS Office both for servers and as well as for client also. So one, this and all what are all I'm mentioning, these are like for both client and server based. Office 92, Office 93, okay, Office 95, some of successed versions, Office 97, Office 2000, Office 2003, 2007. Okay, only this much. These are called as server. These are nothing but called as Office 97 to 2003. So how we say like older one, 2K kids, 90s kids, right? Like that. These are one set of MS Office versions which are called as 97 to 2003 and which is without XML. And next we are having like Office 2007, Office 2010, Office 2013, Office 2016, Office 365, and Office 2090. These are called as Office 2007 to 2019 are called as with XML. And here 2000 Office 365 is only for laptops. Only for laptops. And MS Office 2019, as I told you, supports only for Windows 10 and released on which one? MS Office 2013, sorry, 19. It was released on 24th September of 2018. So is that clear for everyone until here? What are the versions of MS Office there? Respond everyone. Good. At least only one person is responding. So now these are the versions of MS Office. So then let me explain you XML. What is XML? XML is nothing but stands for extensible markup language. So why this XML is used and which is not there in the older version and which is there in the later version means, see, uh, I assume that example, let me take, there is a small software called as Tally, right? And we have also called as Excel. If I want to send the data or something invoices which was created by Excel, if I want to send this to Tally, or if I, whatever I created in the Tally, if I want to send it to the Excel. Okay, so it is not possible. So actually, so whatever I done in the Tally, I can't send it to Excel, and whatever I done in Excel, I can't send to Tally. So why? Because he will not support his language and he will not support his language. So basically, you take some story. So who are, means basically some different peoples are different. One more person is having a different mother tongue, and one more people have is a person is having a different mother tongue. Both of them can't communicate where they don't have any common languages. In older days, they don't have any common languages, right? That particular state people will talk only that particular languages. There is no transport, nothing. So where they don't know any other languages. Two older days. But nowadays, we know, we everyone knows a common language. Is that common language? Which is the common language we know, or everyone knows nowadays, or it also can be called as a linked language of world, a common language of world. Which is that? Which is called as linked language. Okay. Sorry. So now we are going to see what is extension. So please tell me, anyone have any idea about what is extension? The particular starting concept. Okay, after that, what is the older version, newer version, and what is extension? After that, we are going to see what is extension. So, what any idea? Just I want to know. You have any idea about what is extension, where we use, or any examples like that? Pooja, you have any idea about that? No. Okay. So now tell me. I have some files here. So tell me what type of file is this? What type of file is this one? Very good. It's an audio file, right? And is this a, so how you're telling that's an audio file? By seeing the extension, right? So by seeing that .mp3, you're telling this is a audio file, right? Same where here also extension decides that what type of file it is. So extension, it decides what type of file it is and through which software the file has to be opened. So extension will decide. So whenever I'm double clicking on a computer, see, this is my computer. Whenever I double click on a file, okay, once I open, first operating will see what type of software it is and through which software the file has to be opened. Can I double click? My operating system will see what type of file it is, and it's .pdf extension. So it can be opened through Windows Explorer, Internet Explorer, or it can be opened through Adobe PDF Reader like that. Why? Because it's having .pdf. So this particular file, see, I right click on this, go for properties. See, it's a Microsoft Edge PDF file. It's a PDF document file. It can be opened with what are the softwares? It can be opened with Microsoft Edge, and it can be opened with Adobe PDF, Adobe Reader, and it can be also opened with Chrome. So this file can be opened with these softwares. That means .pdf, the extension, can be opened even through this also. So extension decides that what type of file it is and through which software the file can be opened. So same way here we are having some of the extensions for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access. Let me say here Office 97 to 2003, 2007 to 2019. For Office, Word, Word in the older version, it was having extension like .doc. A newer version .docx. What is that X stands for? Dot. So word is like .doc, and in the earlier version, so newer versions .docx. Excel is nothing but stands for older version extension what like .xls, and newer version extension was like .xls x, and older version PowerPoint .ppt, and newer version .pptx. and ppsx. So for everything we having older one version and newer one version extensions for Excel, for PowerPoint. Okay, but what is that PowerPoint is having two in the newer version means? See, basically in a computer, um, okay, take this computer only. In my laptop, I have not installed Excel software, Excel application. I have not installed Excel application. Okay, now in a pen drive they given me a excel file. In a pen drive they had given me a excel file, and in my laptop I have not installed any excel software. So is it possible to open the particular excel file in my laptop? Is it possible to open the excel file even if I not install the MS Office or Excel in my computer? It's not possible. Why? Because there is no supported software to open that particular file. So, but PowerPoint is used mostly for what purpose? Presentation purpose, right? Okay. So here we will be giving presentations by going from other places, other locations also. Once if I give go for other places, if I see there is no MS Office in their system, it will be difficult to run my seminars or whatever it is. So Microsoft have released a PowerPoint file with extension called as .ppsx, so that even if MS Office or PowerPoint is not installed also, even if not of only PowerPoint, even if MS Office software is not MS Office or PowerPoint is not installed also, runs even if MS Office is not installed also, because it's one of a executable file. No need of MS Office to run this .ppsx files. It is an executable file. When I do double click, automatically the file will be opened. Okay, then finally you are having access. So access is nothing but called as .mdb and .accdb, access database. So is that clear until here? Good. Okay. So so now okay, take 10 minutes break. Okay, 5 minutes break. Take 5 minutes break. Okay, again we will continue. Okay, have some water and all. Take 5 minutes break. Again, let us continue. Let me resume. Okay, so let's. Everyone are there. Okay, I want everyone to be very active. Please come to the chat box. So, how many of you know how to open Excel? We are about 12 members are there, right? So tell me, how many of you know how to open Excel? Pooja, you know? Abhinaya, Shima, Vineet, Madhava, Syed. How many of you knows how to open Excel? You know or you don't know? No? Okay, so let me see. So now, how to open MS Office? Files. That means files means regarding how to open Word, Excel files, etc. Now, Word. I have to type as WinWord in the run command to open. Excel, you have to type like Excel, and PowerPoint, you should like type like Power PNT. Access, you should type like MS Access. So let me show, there are three ways. Actually, there are three ways to open a MS Office files. So in that, I have recommended only this is the best way always to open that. Why? Because let me tell you that why. So first one is we can click on the start button, type Excel, click on Excel, Excel will be opened. This is the first method. Okay. So and then the another method is just you right click on the desktop. On the desktop, you just do right click, go for new, go for Excel worksheet, and you can rename it. This is the second method. And I recommend you do not use the first two steps always. Okay, always the better method is keyboard shortcuts. Why? Because so this is Windows 10 startup screen is okay. Windows 7 has a different startup windows and all, and Windows 8.1 that has a different startup windows. Okay, so when the startup screen are differ, we'll get confused how to open that and all. Clear? And in right clicking also, in guest account, when I do right click and if I go for new, sometimes I will not get this, all this and all. So that's why I recommend everyone to use the keyboard. So see, you can see in your keyboards a start button like this. Press and hold on this start button, and press R key. Press and hold on the start button. At the same time, press R. Run command box will appear here. Run command box will appear here. There you just type it as Excel. To open Excel, and type WinWord to open Word, and type Power PNT to open PowerPoint, and type MS Access to open Access. See, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. So where I used the particular shortcut which I mentioned here. To open the MS Access. Clear? So these are the three ways how to open MS Office files. So now, how we have to call a workbook and what that workbook contains, how we have to call a Word files and how what that Word file contains, and how we have to call a PowerPoint file and what that PowerPoint file contains. So we'll see that one. So see here, Word. Word files are called as documents, and a documents contains set of pages. Excel file contains, Excel files are called as workbooks, and workbook contains set of spreadsheets. And PowerPoint files are called as presentation, and a presentation contains set of slides. And access files are called as database. A database contains set of table, form, queries. Is that clear? Okay. So now let's start with Excel. So this is nothing but introduction of MS Office. Okay, I will share this particular file to you in the chat box. Please download it and go once through that. So now let's see Excel introduction. So press on start button, press and hold on the start button. At the same time, press R key. Type Excel, give enter. Okay, so once if I open the Excel, this will be the first screen of your Excel screen, Excel application. Once if you open through the shortcut, this will be the first screen of your Excel. So here at the left side, can I see home, new, open, and the right side, here sign in, smiley, front, question mark, minimize, restore button, close, and Excel. So these are all just first view of your Excel screen. Whenever you open, this will be the first screen of your Excel. So then here, so let me take a blank workbook. Excel files are called as what? Workbook, right? So just let me take a blank workbook. So once if I take a blank workbook, this will be my first screen of your workbook. So these are called. So now let me see what is Excel and why we have to use Excel. Excel is nothing but it's a data analysis software. So what is that data analysis means? For example, there is a company you think, a MNC company, a big MNC company where it has about lakhs of people are working there, and the workers report and their details, everything have been entered in a Excel file. So their names, okay, so their names, their first name, last name, email address, date of birth, all that details, everything have been entered in a Excel file. Okay, so suddenly one person is asking, or a manager is asking, please show me the report, people who are working from Bangalore in the Excel report where all lakh people's records are there, right? In that, suddenly they're asking, like, showing the people's working from Bangalore. And then show me the peoples who are taking current CC take home like about 50,000. So like multiple condition criteria they are giving. Okay, so everything's okay. So suddenly they're saying, show me the peoples who are working Bangalore or around Bangalore in entire Karnataka, and show me the reports within Karnataka from where and all how much peoples they are working. Show me a chart. Show me a table. Something report if they ask. So we can use this Excel and we can create this table or chart within a fraction of seconds by using Excel software. So this is nothing but called as Excel is nothing but used for data analysis or a calculation software. And it is also called as tabular data. It's also called as what? Tabular data. Excel is also called as tabular data. And then a Excel file contains full of rows and columns. See here. Let me show the Excel file. This is Excel file, right? The Excel file is contains full of rows and columns. These are called as columns. This one, which are in vertical. These are called as columns, and these are called as rows. Full of contains rows and columns. The columns are named as alphabets, and rows are named as numbers. See here, columns. These are column, right? Columns are named as alphabets, and these are rows which are horizontal. These are named as numbers. Where a column and row meets is called as, sorry, first a sheet contains a sheet contains 1048576 of rows and XFD 16,384 of columns. A sheet contains how many rows and columns? 1048576. See, select the first cell. Press Ctrl plus down arrow mark. Press Ctrl down arrow mark, which goes to the last row of your Excel sheet. Press Ctrl plus right arrow mark, which goes to the last column of your Excel sheet. So the last row or sheet contains 104856 of rows and XFD, that is nothing but how many columns? 16,384 columns. 384 columns, 3. So let me say how I am saying this much of columns are there. See, come down, control left, control up. So you can use press and hold on the control key. Use the 4 arrow marks to toggle between top, left, right, and bottom to move towards on any sides. So click on the file, go for account. Sorry, not account. Click on the file, go for more options in this screen. In this screen on the left side, you have something called as formulas. Click on the formulas. See on the right side, you have something called as a reference style, R1, C1 reference style. So saying that row 1, column 1. So even rows are in numbers and columns also in numbers. Row and columns in numbers reference style. So enable that one. Just give OK. See, can you see now? Even columns are named as numbers and rows also named as numbers. When I select here R8, C8, 8th row and 6th column. 8th row and 6th column. So it will be difficult, little difficult to understand which column, which row like that. So now see again, let me click here, file, go for more options, click on formulas and disable R1C1 reference tag. So that where I make a confirmation that columns are in alphabets, rows are in numbers. Okay. And what is cell? Where this is a cell. So where a row and column meets is nothing but called as a cell. This is a cell. Okay, where a row and column meets is called as cell. Where a row and column meets is nothing but called as cell. So here H column and 13th row. So this is nothing but called as cell. And the cell address will be displayed in the name box. Name box used to preview the cell address. Name box used to view the cell address. And the selected cell is nothing but called as active cell. So how can I say selected cell means the cell which is having like green color border. A cell with green color border is nothing but called as selected cell or active cell. Okay. So yeah, these are some informations about MS Excel. So now let's see the layout of Excel. So we have seen what is Excel, how the file names are there, and we can mention one more time here also. Excel files are extension of Excel file. Extension of Excel from 97 to 2003 is nothing but dot XLS, and extension of Excel from 2007 to 2019 is nothing but dot XLSSX. So how a file will be saved? Okay, now, so let me come back to Excel. Okay, so next we are going to see the layouts of Excel. So whatever is there in the top left corner, this is nothing but called as what? Quick access toolbar. There's nothing but called as what? Quick access toolbar. Which one is there in the top left corner is nothing but called as what? Quick access toolbar. So quick access toolbar by default it has like save, undo, redo. Only these three tools. Save, undo, redo. And I click here. Okay, I can see some other tools which I can add to quick access toolbars. So by default, I'll be having only three tools like save, undo, and redo. So click on this arrow mark. You can add some extra tools which and all you want to add to quick access toolbar. New, open, save, email, quick print, print preview and print, spelling like this. See, like this. And again, whenever you don't want, again click on the file, disable it. It will be removed. So this is nothing but called as quick access toolbar. The tools which are there are used to activate it very quick. And then, so in the middle what you are having, this is nothing but called as title bar. And one more thing, if you want, if see, for example here, only few tools are there, which I can add to quick access toolbar. So even I can add extra some tools by just doing right click, add to quick access toolbar anywhere. Right click, add to quick access, add to quick access, add to quick access like this. Again, right click, remove from quick access, remove from quick access, remove, remove like this. And this one is nothing but called as title bar. So which will display the name of your workbook. Title bar used to display the your workbook name. Right? And then see, for example, if I save this workbook, the name what I'm giving will be displayed in the title bar. So let me click on the file, click on save, browse. On the left side, choose the location where you want to save the workbook. On documents, let me give a file name and I click on save. So now can you see india.xlsx. So India is nothing but the name of your file and .xlsx is nothing but extension of your file and is the Excel file. And here sign in, where you can sign in into that your Microsoft account, Outlook account, Microsoft Outlook. So for example at hotmail.com or at outlook.com, where you can use this to sign in. And here this is nothing but called as ribbon options. And I click this, auto hide the ribbon, show tabs and commands. There are three options. Clear? So now, so before I explain that three options, first let me explain you what is ribbon, tabs and commands. See, here whatever you are having, home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review and view, help. These are nothing but called as what? Tabs. These are nothing but called as tabs. A tab is nothing but contains with a ribbon, which is called as ribbon means the entire portion. This entire is nothing but called as ribbon. Tab contains with ribbon. Ribbon contains set of groups. Which are groups means home tab, entire ribbon. From this line to this line is nothing but called as clipboard group. And from here to here, this is nothing but called as font group. See, alignment group. From here to here, alignment, numbers group, styles group, cells group. And a group contains set of commands or tools. These are called as commands or tools. This one, this one, this one. These are called as commands or tools. So let me explain one more time. Tab contains ribbon. Ribbon contains set of tools or so ribbon contains set of groups and groups contains set of tools or commands. Clear? Now let's see. So let me explain. Tab, ribbon, group contains commands. Here you see ribbon options. Click here, auto hide ribbon. Again click here, it will come. Once you hide, again click here, it will be hidden. Click, it will show. You click here, it will be hidden. And if you want to show the tabs, click again, show tabs. The tabs will be visible. If you want the ribbon, click here, ribbon will be visible. Again click hide. Click here, hide. Click hide, like this. Again now, if you want to visible, or if you want to show that more groups, tabs, commands, etc., everything, just click here, show the tabs and commands, everything, which shows tabs, groups, commands, everything. Clear? Like this. And then this one is nothing but called as minimize, and this one is maximize, and this tool is nothing but called as restore it back again, and this one is finally called as close, which is used to close your Excel workbook. Again, the file has been saved in the desktop here in this location. Again, let me open the file. and come here, name box. This is nothing but called as what? Name box. Name box is used to identify the cell address. Name box is used to identify the cell address, which cell you are selected. This. So here, this is nothing but G column and ninth row. G column, ninth row. Here, K column, 13th row. And even if I enter here, D10, so then, and if I give enter, it will go for D column 10th row. See, D column 10th row. So name box is nothing but used to identify the cell address and to reach the cell address. And this one is nothing but called as formula bar. Formula bar used to enter to see the formulas which is contained in the particular cell. See, for example, let me show. Formula bar shows the formula in the selected cell. Here, 45, 65, 63, 23. See, when I select this number, formula bar displays the number. Formula bar will display the number. If I give a text, that will display the text. See, if I display up, if the cell contains a formula, select this range, click on auto sum, so that automatically the total will be generated here. You have to select this range. See, this is a number, right? Select this range, go to home tab, click on the auto sum, automatically the range will be selected. So this is nothing but a sum, a formula. So here the cell contains a value, shows values. Here a cell contains text, it shows the text in the formula bar. And here the cell contains, it's showing for us 198, but actually a cell contains with a formula. So that is nothing but if a cell contains formula, formula bar shows only formula in that particular cell. Formula bar displays the formula in the selected cell. If formula is not there, it shows the values or any text which is contained in the particular cell. And now in the bottom here, by default I'm having one sheet. By default I'm having one sheet. Clear? And if I want to add one more sheet, I can use this plus button, or else I can use shift plus F11 to add a new sheet. Clear? So then next in the bottom you see the status bar of your Excel application. So this is nothing but called as normal view. Normal view is the default view of Excel. Okay. Normal view is the default view of Excel. So this is the default view. And here formula bar contains, formula bar shows the formula contained in the selected cell. Clear? So then now we see So this is nothing but called as page layout. Page layout previews the Excel in the page wise. Page view. So that means it shows like pages. See the first page, second page, third page like this. So how much will be a page? Only this much will be a page like this. And next, page break preview. Page break preview previews only the area used. Views only the area used in the Excel. Clear? See, if I enter data until here, it will be viewing up to here. If I enter here, it will be visible up to here. So area used, only the area used will be previewed in the page break preview. And then, and finally we are having zoom bar, zoom slider, which is used to increase the zoom and decrease the zooming of your Excel application. And let me come back to normal view. So once if we come to page layout and again if we come back to normal view, can you see a grid line? Don't worry about this grid line. It will automatically go once you save, close and reopen it. It will automatically go off. Is that clear? So please confirm everyone. Okay, so whatever we have done today, it is nothing but introduction of MS Office and Excel. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, so next class we will continue how to customize the tabs, groups and ribbon. I hope everyone have understood today's concept. Okay, so remaining concept we will continue further in our next class. Clear? Okay, thank you everyone. Bye. Take care. I'm ending the session right now. So I hope everyone are understood. Please practice everything once again. So that's how to open Excel, how to open Word, okay, PowerPoint, everything. Okay, and try to use that formula bar title and how to save that name box and how to use that ribbon options, quick access toolbar, everything. Once you try it before coming to the next class. Is that clear? Bye.